All right, everybody ready to go? Hello, good morning. Thank you for being here with us today. We're certainly very excited about being here and excited to have the opportunity to showcase our staff here at OEMC and the partnerships that we have with Chicago Police Department, Fire Department, and Stop the Bleed American College of Surgeons. Good morning, I'm Rich Gaitis, Executive Director of the Chicago's Office of Emergency Management and Communications. I want to thank you all for being here today. I'd especially like to thank Marilyn, Gardner and her staff at Navy Pier for helping us host today's event at the People's Energy Welcome Pavilion. Safe Chicago is a public safety initiative conceived by OEMC that launched in September 2021 in partnership with the Chicago Fire Department, Chicago Police Department, Department of Assets and Information Services. The program was created to improve the safety of Chicago residents and municipal employees by making life-saving equipment readily available at city facilities to treat life-threatening bleeding emergencies before first responders arrive. Today, I'm pleased to announce our partnership with the American College of Surgeons and their Stop the Bleed program to increase the readiness, capabilities, and better prepare city staff and residents for emergencies that require a tourniquet. Since the rollout, with the assistance of AIS, we have installed more than 550 bleeding control kits in 350 City of Chicago facilities. We also plan to partner with sister agencies to install bleeding control kits and offer training to their staff as well. Our most recent installs have been 25 kits here at Navy Pier and 101 kits at 13 City College locations. At OEMC, we recognize the importance of being prepared for an emergency and the life-saving benefits of the bleeding control kits and AEDs you can find in City of Chicago facilities. On June 9th, 2021, OEMC personnel jumped into action to save the life of a colleague who had suffered a heart attack by utilizing the AED and performing CPR. This incident highlighted the importance of CPR in saving lives and inspired additional in-house CPR instruction at OEMC for all employees. Because of this, we will also be including instruction on performing CPR as part of our training on bleeding control. OEMC is committed to schedule training sessions for City of Chicago employees and partners like Navy Pier and City Colleges. To date, we have completed training sessions with personnel from the Chicago Fire Department, OEMC, and the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. Severe bleeding emergencies can happen anywhere and at any time. Examples include a laceration injury due to a kitchen incident, puncture wound from a fall, open fracture from an auto accident, gunshot wound from an active threat, or a deep cut from shattered glass. One wall-mounted bleeding control kit is designed to treat 8 victims and can bridge the gap between initial life-threatening injury and EMS arrival. Items inside each bleeding control kit include a tourniquet, combat gauze, trauma shears, gloves, and an instruction manual. All kits will also have an American College of Surgeons and OEMC combined logo sticker with a QR code that links to an online interactive Stop the Bleed course. There will also be a link on our website at chicago.gov/OEMC. Chicago is the largest city with a program of this kind. We are proud to be working with the American College of Surgeons to better prepare all Chicagoans for emergencies. Through the nationally recognized Stop the Bleed program, the City of Chicago will be able to elevate online training opportunities, provide safety information and resources needed to be better prepared in the event of a critical injury needing medical attention before help arrives. To tell you more about this critical program, please welcome Dr. Bonnie Simpson Mason with the American College of Surgeons. Thank you. Doctor?
Good morning, and thank you, Rich, for that kind introduction. It's a pleasure to be here with the City of Chicago today to talk about saving lives. Partnerships like the one between the city and the American College of Surgeons are making it possible to bring these life-saving Stop the Bleed kits to this community as well as to communities across the country. The city is to be commended for its Safe Chicago initiative and its commitment to putting critical tools like our Stop the Bleed kits in so many locations across the city. These kits make it possible for literally anyone to be able to step up and render life-saving aid in just a few minutes. As we like to say, be the help until help arrives. As a surgeon who's cared for numerous trauma patients throughout my career, I can attest to how important it is to control bleeding. Uncontrolled bleeding, in fact, is the #1 cause of preventable death for trauma patients. Every chance to control bleeding in the field gives the surgeons and the trauma teams a better chance at saving that patient's life once they arrive at the hospital. So how can you be the help until help arrives? It's very simple. We want you to get trained. Visit stopthebleed.org, and in as few as 25 minutes, you can learn 3 quick steps to help you be the difference between life and death for someone. These quick actions include, #1, applying direct pressure, #2, packing a wound, and #3, applying a tourniquet safely. Again, we are looking forward to continue to promote Stop the Bleed across the city through this partnership. In fact, we'll be running public service announcements to increase awareness because we want this program to become as popular and as ubiquitous as other life-saving methods such as AEDs and CPR. Thank you for your time today. And now I'd like to introduce Annette Nance Holt from the Chicago Fire Department.
Thank you. Good morning. I am Annette Nance Holt, the Fire Commissioner for the Chicago Fire Department. And the Chicago Fire Department is excited to partner with OEMC, CPD, and AIS in the installation and training of our newest life-saving addition to all city buildings, bleeding control kits. In certain medical emergencies, minutes and even seconds count. When it comes to cardiac or bleeding issues, time is critical. Although CFD, EMTs, and paramedics are among the best trained in the world, with this new addition, we have the assistance of employees who have been specially trained on this equipment throughout the city. We know as first responders, if equipment is already there and in use, the patient has the best chance of being stabilized until we can arrive, treat, and transport. The addition of these bleeding control kits can greatly improve a patient's prognosis. One of the first things you learn in trauma care is to control bleeding. These boxes contain equipment that can greatly slow or stop the loss of blood using simple techniques that can easily save a life, along with the training that is being provided to current city employees. We know this can make a big difference. Just as the addition of automatic electronic defibrillators have become a source of many life-saving stories, we believe the same will happen as the bleeding control kits become more common throughout the city. While we hope to never use it, it's one good thing to know that they are there and ready if needed. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce First Deputy Superintendent CPD, Eric Carter.
Thank you, Commissioner Holt. Good morning. I'm Eric Carter, First Deputy Superintendent for Chicago Police Department. Thank you to OEMC and our fellow partners here today. At the Chicago Police Department, we know firsthand how important these life-saving kits and training are in critical situations. More than 11,000 of our officers have received law enforcement medical response and rescue training, which is used in emergency situations involving serious injuries. In these instances, officers also use their individual first aid kits, which include tourniquets and other items similar to those found in the Stop the Bleed kits to control bleeding. Since August of 2018, Chicago Police Department officers have applied more than 220 tourniquets to community members with critical injuries. These Stop the Bleed kits only add to our city's tradition of Chicagoans being there to help one another. And the kits will prove essential in keeping everyday residents and visitors prepared for the unexpected. That's why increasing access to these kits and training across the city is vital. It could very well be the difference between life and death. I encourage everyone to take the training, which could be potentially save a life. I want to thank you. And right now I'd like to introduce Juan Salgado, Chancellor of City Colleges of Chicago.
Good morning, and thank you, First Deputy Carter, for all the work you and your colleagues do at the Chicago Police Department as well. I want to echo the comments said here and add that City Colleges of Chicago is proud to be part of Safe Chicago and grateful for the generous donation of the bleeding control kits. Many of our city colleges, which are all across Chicago neighborhoods. We have 7 campuses. We have satellite sites. We're deep into communities of you know, on the south, on the west, on the southwest, on the northwest side. And we serve nearly 70,000 students that are Chicagoans. And so, you know, many of our city colleges, security officers have already been trained on this life-saving equipment. You know, just recently learned that, you know, the leading cause of preventable death after injury is bleeding, has been said. You know, we have the opportunity to stop that. We have the opportunity here through this program to save lives, right? And I want to share my deep gratitude to the American College of Surgeons for offering our security teams the training that surely will save lives when lives are needed to be saved. This equipment, it can be found now on all of our campuses, our satellite sites. I want to thank the mayor for her steadfast support for this efforts, particularly the Office of Emergency Management, Rich, for all your efforts to keep us safe day in and day out, you know, to and through this effort and many, many other efforts that you and your team have undertaken for us. Now I'd like to introduce to you the President and CEO of Navy Pier, Marilyn Gardner.
Thank you, Juan, and good morning, everyone. It's my honor to welcome you officially to Navy Pier today. Thank you for being here. As the top leisure destination in the Midwest, welcoming an estimated 9 million annual guests in a non-COVID year, safety and security of our guests and those who work on the pier are our top priorities. Our on-site team provides for just that, 24/7. Our security team is top-notch, and they are highly visible throughout the pier, active and fully trained in CPR. Our EMT team includes firefighters and paramedics. The police department, Chicago Police Department, maintains a satellite office here and a constant presence on the pier. We have a state-certified patient transport vehicle and 26 AEDs that have saved many lives over the years. And now, thanks to our partnership with Safe Chicago, there are 25 easy-to-use Stop the Bleed kits located throughout the pier. That's 200 individual tourniquets, 200. It's so rewarding always to hear of the lives saved, the crimes prevented, and the traumas averted by our safety and security team with the great support of our partner agencies. These kits give us even more opportunity to add to the long list of saves. A shout out to our incredible security team. Thank you for your continual support and leadership. It's just been tremendous, so thank you. We are so incredibly proud of their work and our work with our incredible first responders represented here. Thank you. And we are grateful to our partners at OEMC, the Chicago Police Department, Chicago Fire Department, the American College of Surgeons, city colleges, and the Department of Assets, Information, and Services for their partnership. Never have we been so happy to receive something that we hope never has to be used, but we're grateful that we have the opportunity. It's my pleasure now to welcome Rich Gaitis back to the podium. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, and thank you all, our public safety partners, for being here with us today. It's obviously very important, and we certainly appreciate what you guys do every single day, so thank you. We now have Matt Ladniak and Kayla Lariviere here from OEMC. They're our emergency management responders, and this is their program. They started this, they helped lift it off the ground and put it where it is today. So thank you both for all the hard work that you guys do every single day. And this is only one of your projects. I know you have a whole portfolio of a ton of things to do, but I think this is the one that you guys have the most fun since it's kind of your baby, so to speak. So why don't you guys take us through some of the measures here.
All righty. Thank you so much, Director Gaitis, and good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. When we talk about Stop the Bleed as a life-saving measure, we're referring to 3 different techniques that we can use to achieve this goal. As you've heard maybe today from the doctor, one of those is direct pressure, packing a wound, and actually the application of a tourniquet. So today we're only going to demonstrate one of those for you just to get a sense of how easy it is to use our equipment to save a life and make that difference and be that responder, you know, before the first responders arrive. So today we're going to apply a tourniquet to a patient's limb who's experiencing a life-threatening hemorrhage before first responders have arrived. So we're going to go through the steps for you and make it nice and easy. Step number one, we always want to make sure the scene is safe. As we are lay responders, if you will, we're not police, we're not fire. We want to make sure it's safe and never enter an unsafe scene. Step number two, we're going to call 911, ensure our first responders are notified and aware and responding, and then we're going to put on appropriate PPE or personal protective equipment as we're all aware. So now that we have gloves on, we're sure the scene is safe, we know 911 has been called and notified, we're still staying on the line with them, but we're going to approach our patient, talk to our patient. Tourniquets are only to be applied to a patient's forelimbs if needed. We always are going to talk to the patient, let them know we're here to help. We're going to look for any life-threatening hemorrhaging that we can find on the patient. You know, once we've actually found the life-threatening hemorrhage, we're going to get our tourniquet ready for application, slide it over our patient's limb or around, 2 to 3 inches above a wound, and we're going to place this tourniquet as tight as possible, high and tight, we always like to say. And again, we're always talking to our patient during this, making sure they're aware of what we're doing, that we're helping them. They might be experiencing a lot of pain. We're going to talk them through this. Now that we've got it as tight as we can to start, we're going to start twisting this rod here called the windlass non-stop until the bleeding stops. No matter what, we're going to keep turning this until it stops. When we're done, we're going to lock it in place. We're going to finish following through with our strap. And to lock it in place, we're going to put our time lock right over it. Using the included Sharpie or marker with our kits, we're going to mark the time right over it. This is important for the surgeons and the doctors once we arrive at the emergency department and the patient goes into the OR, that they know when this tourniquet was applied and how long it's actually been on. Now that we have the tourniquet applied, we're going to continue talking to our patients, waiting for first responders to arrive, and we're going to, if necessary, we can apply a second tourniquet from our kits. And if at any time we have any questions, we can speak to the 911 dispatcher on the phone, or each of our kits comes with an included instruction guide. Thank you very much.
So that was it, guys? We're not doing no defibrillator or no nothing else. That's it, huh?
We'll save that one for next time.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have any questions from anybody here today? No? Okay. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you for recognizing this and being here with us today. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.